Today we're doing another ultra budget gaming setup challenge, but today we're gonna be going ultra budget.
The max budget is $200, and one of us may have to only spend $150 on our gaming setup, and today's video is sponsored by our friends at Bambu Labs once again, and today we're gonna be showcasing their really awesome X1 carbon printer with the AMS system, and we'll talk more about that later in today's video. Using a 3D printer is a great way to get awesome desk accessories on a budget, and we're gonna be talking about all the stuff that you can print with it, and the ones that we're gonna be forced to print when we spin this wheel. So big shout out again to Bambu Labs for sponsoring this video. So let's go ahead and spin that wheel, see what our budget is, and dive into the challenge. All right, who's going first, Jonah? You pick.
Matt.
Me? All right, let's do it. So as you can see, our budgets are low. All the way to 150 up to 200. Let's see what I end up with.
Hey, they're low, but they're close at least.
They're close, so it really isn't gonna hurt you too bad. When you get 190 bucks, I think you're doing pretty good there.
I thought you were gonna get 150, I was hyped.
190 bucks, okay, I can work with that. All right, so we made the resolutions respectable because you could get a 1440p monitor like the last episode we did, but it would be very difficult. Maybe deals aren't there. So we're going 1080p at a wide range of different refresh rates. So hopefully I get one that is 75 hertz.
Ooh.
I probably, honestly, the thing is, like high refresh rate monitors are not much more expensive. I still go with the high refresh rate one, like probably 144 or higher depending on the prices, but depends on my caveat. This might make things a little bit difficult.
Dual monitors.
Dual monitors would make things difficult.
Oh, we got monitor arm.
I got the monitor arm. Jonah, right before we started filming, said, hey, we should add monitor arm. I got the monitor arm. Let's go. So I have to get a monitor arm for my 1080p 75 hertz monitor. And what am I going to 3D print using today's sponsor, Bambu Labs? We could do a headphone holder, a desk organizer, user choice, which could be whatever, which is gonna be my thing, whatever. Probably like either a figurine or some sort of random thing that pops up on the Bambu Labs app, which we'll show you guys here in a little bit. There's a lot of different things you can 3D print, and we will be showing you guys what I'm gonna 3D print after I do some research. But to go over everything I have to do, once again, $190 to spend for a 1080p 75 hertz monitor, monitor arm required, which is gonna be interesting, and I get a user's choice of what I get to 3D print. Jackson, let's go ahead and shuffle everything here.
I'm so scared.
And we'll see what you end up with.
All right, here we go. 200, escalators. Yeah, oh, I also got 190.
Oh, 190.
Let's
this could be,
go.
I don't think we've gotten the same budgets before. This is gonna be interesting.
Might be the first time ever.
So 190.
All right. What if I got all the same stuff? That'd be a
won't
little
see that.
bizarre.
That's a
I'll have to respin. Oh, I got 60 hertz.
60 hertz. Ooh, okay. You can work with that pretty easy.
But am I gonna do 60 hertz? I don't know.
Oh, it's gonna be dual monitors. I'm just predicting here right now.
I'd be okay with that. I
can do it.
I love doing dual monitors. Okay, I thought it was gonna be wider. One wireless.
One wireless, that's pretty easy. Wireless mouse.
Preferred, honestly preferred.
But what are you gonna have to 3D print?
I'll take any of these.
I'll take any of them.
User choice.
User's choice. So you know what? You won't know what we're gonna 3D print until we dive into that awesome app to learn about all the stuff we can 3D print. But you know, go over everything you got here again.
Yep. So I got the same budget as Matt, 190 bucks. I got 1080p 60 hertz, one wireless peripheral, and user choice of 3D print. So this is gonna be pretty interesting, guys.
Let's start figuring out what we're gonna 3D print and get to shopping. All right, guys, it is time for me to start shopping for my budget gaming setup. I had to get a 1080p 75 hertz monitor, which, you know, we're gonna start there. I could go with like a kind of a white color scheme here. We'll start with this one. We'll add to cart. 85 bucks, I think that's a good starting point for sure. Okay, that's pretty clean. That's pretty clean. Let's go ahead and start with that. Gaming, oh, I gotta get the monitor arm too. So this is gonna be hard. So let's just go ahead and do gaming mouse, gray mouse, exceed expectations. I'm just gonna go with the Razer. We're gonna go with the Razer. Razer's not amazing, but it'll work. Here we go, some clear ones. These will look pretty sick. Crystal with no mic. We don't need a microphone. Ooh, I don't know if it's VESA mountable. I might have to remove this monitor. Yeah, let's just do this bad boy. This one's pretty standard. We'll go this. This one might be it. 24 bucks. Yeah, let's go with this one. $71 for a monitor, but I need to save $9 somewhere. Just see if I can find a normal mechanical keyboard. The thing is, I want a good keyboard too. The monitor arm is the problem. It sucks. All right, I think I'm just gonna have to go 1080p 75 hertz. 190 is tough, man. With the monitor arm, that's tough. Recertified, it has VESA. All right, we're gonna do this. I mean, it's gonna save me some money here. It has VESA 7175. Okay, So we'll be a little bit under on our budget. All right, guys, so we're just going to be a little bit under. We're going to be about 11 bucks under because this just seems like the best bang for buck for my setup. But we're going to go with this white setup, and we're going to be coming in at 11 under. So we're about like 179 of my budget. So I think I'm happy with that. We'll see what it is. I was able to do 75 hertz, 144 hertz wasn't going to be doable, but we're going to rock with this, get everything ordered, and hopefully my setup turns out nice.
Alright gamers, it is time to put together my $190 gaming setup. eBay has been my best friend lately. I mean, look at that, guys. 80 bucks for a HP 24-inch 144 hertz monitor, and its feature is heavy. I like these three monitors I have picked out, so they basically range from $87 up to $120. I'm gonna go ahead and start doing the rest of my setup because I kind of want to see what the rest of it looks like and then pick my monitor out last. Alright, I'm adding it. Now, is there any keyboards that are a little more color oriented? I'm gonna go ahead and add this to the cart. I'm gonna keep other tabs open though, just in case. Kind of speaking to me, a little bit different. I think I feel like we use every mouse pad at this point, but keyboard, mouse pad, headset. We needs a headset. So we're gonna go, you know what? I'm not even gonna type in gaming. I'm gonna do headset. I'm just curious to see if there's anything a little different. These FIFA ones are actually pretty decent. Last time we bought it was March 29th of 2024, so it's been a while since we've used one of these. But then this one, I think I literally used in the last one. So I would probably honestly go this one again, but just to keep it a little different, I'm gonna go JBL this time. The 24-inch LG Ultra Gear is kind of what I'm leaning. Let me make sure it comes with everything. Open box, it appears new and unused. Wow, okay. Our issue is we're currently at $87.92. So we need to knock off basically just about $9, $8 bucks. Ooh, okay, we got an over ear. Oh, and it actually does have a microphone. Okay, I don't really like that they fold. I get it though for portability. So 110 plus 73, so we're basically at 183 bucks. So let's go ahead and check out, and I'm excited to see how these go. Once again, today's video sponsor is Bambu Labs, and today we're going to be talking about the X1 Carbon with AMS. The last time that we got to work with Bambu Labs, we used their A1 with the AMS Combo Lite, and this printer is absolutely amazing. We're actually printing something off for Jonah right now for his on-the-go camera work, but now the X1 Carbon, which is the Mac Daddy of the Bambu Labs printers, in which you can do up to 4 spools, and you can even add more of the AMS combos to where you can have tons of different color options to choose from. The Bambu Lab X1 Carbon 3D printer with the AMS combo comes in around $14.49 at the time of filming. It can do multicolor and multi-material. What's really cool about this printer is it actually has AI built in with a LiDAR. That means that it can actually detect if there's anything wrong with your prints while it's in the middle of printing. One of my other favorite features is the fact that I never have to do any sort of calibration on this printer. It has dual auto bed leveling. It can do up to 32 millimeters per second cubed, 20 milliseconds acceleration squared, and 500 millimeter per second velocity. And if you ever came home to your 3D printer that was just full of spaghetti monsters, that's what's really cool about this printer is with the AI, it has spaghetti detection, meaning you're never gonna come home to failed prints again. And the other cool part about this printer is it has a 256 millimeter cubed build volume. And arguably one of the best features as well, which can't be said about a lot of 3D printers, is the software. I'm using the Bambu Handy app where I can monitor my printer in real time and also go on their app to find print. So I want to print off this pencil holder. So as you can see, I can choose my printer here. I have a couple of options. You can choose what build plate you have, and then it automatically detects that I have AMS, so then I just get to choose a color. Let's go for a transparent on this one. We can choose to have bed leveling and flow calibration. I'm just gonna do bed leveling, and we'll go ahead and press start print, and it's literally that simple. This 3D printer is about to start going on its own at that point. And I know a lot of people out there don't love having to use apps and whatnot, so what's really cool is this thing does have SD card reading capabilities, it has Wi-Fi capabilities, and you can even direct hook up to your computer, so if you don't want to use an app or anything like that, you don't have to. And on top of that, the screen is honestly a pretty nice usable experience that has tilt features, it's all touchscreen, it's very smooth, it even looks like an OLED display. So now that we talked about some of the awesome features of Bambu Labs, make sure you check out their website to find out much more, and also shout out to Toasty DIY because we did full unboxing and videos on both of these printers, and soon more to come. So now I'm gonna go ahead and get to 3D printing my actual model, and then we'll have Matt come in and print his.
All right, guys, now that Jackson has shown you his 3D print and also talked about the X1 Carbon awesome printer, I'm gonna show you guys what I'm gonna be printing. I found this desk organizer because last episode I went figurine. It was cool, love the Charmander, but I wanna try something a little bit different. What we do have right here is is a desk organizer that I was able to find on the Bamboo Labs app. Again, it's a single tray print, very straightforward, but it will come in one color. It will organize a bunch of stuff on my desk, and it looks good, pretty clean. Yeah, it should be a pretty simple print, and that X1 Carbon is going to do this beautifully. So let's go ahead and get it to the print bed and get started.
All right, guys, my $190 gaming setup is here, and I'm excited to show you all. So let's go ahead and just start opening things, because I think I did pretty good for my budget. I got pretty lucky and didn't have to do a monitor arm like Matt did, so I think that definitely probably made the setup a little worse for him. But I'm gonna start off with the keyboard. I ended up going with a Mage Geek keyboard. This specific one, the MK Box, I guess that is the name, the MK Box. It sounds a little loose, doesn't it? Sounds a little scary. Oh, extra keycaps, cool. I kind of went for just a really budget mechanical keyboard. I did not have a lot of money because you guys will see here in a minute, I really splurged on my monitor. Every time we do these, I always end up really going, like, I would rather have a membrane keyboard and a nice monitor. That's just me personally.
That's crazy talk.
I know, Jonah says it's crazy, but I think high refresh rate, which I know Jonah can agree about high refresh rate, is very important.
No, I'd say, yeah, that's really important, but.
And I don't know, I think I can be as good of a gamer on a membrane keyboard, but not as good on a 60Hz monitor. So yeah, it's a fairly nice keyboard. It's backlit. I don't think it's RGB. I think it's just like a white backlight. We actually sometimes sell these at ToastyBros. These are just red switches, but I mean, honestly, for it being like 26 bucks, it's not the worst keyboard in the world. We'll go ahead and open up the mouse pad so I can get this monitor out of my way. Now the mouse pad, I know I mentioned this to Jonah and he made fun of me. It's the Japanese wave, okay guys? There's not a lot of options for mouse pads when you only have about $15. This one though, I will say, aesthetically, it's not bad looking because the design's not like super prevalent. So it's like, okay, do I want an all black mouse pad or do I want one with a little bit of design? I'm personally like a little bit of design to mine, but you could save money and just go all black.
That's probably one of the bigger ones we've seen here. I feel like all the ones that we get on these challenges are so tiny.
I purposely looked at the dimensions. I tried to make sure this one was all right. All right, let's go ahead and put my
shallow,
keyboard.
but that's okay.
Oh, I forgot too, Type-C detachable. I mean, hey, can't complain about how cheap it is. All right, let's go ahead and do the mouse because that just makes sense. So the mouse, I had a lot of trouble. I don't know how much of the footage shopping-wise Mikhail's is gonna show, but I really like trying new things, and this Red Dragon one was on sale for like $16.99, which is like really cheap for a wireless mouse. But it had like decent reviews. I see one of the downsides is it does take a battery. So you actually have to put like a AA in there. But the design on the, oh my God.
Oh my God, it's in there.
There we go. The design looks pretty nice. I mean, it does have a thumb rest, which I know some people love, some people hate, but it has DPI buttons, 2 macros on the side. It's actually like fairly lightweight. I'm sure the battery will change that a little bit. It has an eco mode as well, where it probably like turns off some of the RGB and whatnot, but I'm gonna go ahead and grab a battery for this because I'm gonna forget otherwise. It's time to put one of our rechargeable batteries in here and forget that it's ever in there. All right, so it has a little bit of lighting to it. It's not really like RGB out like I thought it would be. Oh, it does have intermission. We do not want these on here. That'll make it feel a lot worse. Oh yeah, it's actually, you wanna feel it, Jonah? It's all right. It's for 16 bucks. Wireless, I mean, I don't know. We'll see how it does in games, but so far, not too bad. I'll go ahead and plug in my dongle before I forget. We're gonna talk about this PC in a minute too. But let's go ahead and go on to do headset. Yeah, so this this headset is the Lorelei X6.
Buddy.
Lorelei?
Zach's dog is named Lorelei.
Is that how it's spelled?
Yeah.
Okay. Lorelei. And it had an interesting design. It's like a slight speckle. I don't know if Jonah can capture that. But what I liked about the idea of this headset was, for one, it was really cheap. And I didn't want a mic, honestly, but this does have a mic built in. It's just actually like built into the headset. So it's probably gonna sound really bad, but at least you have the option. And it's not great, but they are over ear. And they do actually cancel out a lot of noise, I gotta be honest. And they're just basic. I mean, it even has like, I think that's a mute, yeah, it's a mute right there for your microphone. It just uses a 3.5 millimeter jack that you can probably adapt to a splitter as well. It's called the Space Black color, but it was a really cheap headset. I really wanted to get a nicer headset, but once again, guys, I kept going back to my monitor, and I was like, I could get nicer peripherals if I get a cheaper monitor, but I just can't do it. I just really wanted to have a monitor that's actually nice, and then just get okay peripherals and upgrade later. Wow, holy crap. This is really basic. I just gotta open my monitor now. And then we're gonna talk about my 3D prints, and then we're gonna talk about the PC. So this was from eBay. This is a refurb, and you're gonna love the price. I paid literally like just a tad over $100 for this.
So over half your budget.
Yes, over half of my budget was the monitor. It was from a pretty trusted seller on eBay. And I had a couple of monitors actually in this price range, but this just seemed to be the nicest. LG Ultra Gears are always pretty good quality for the price especially these refurb ones. I don't even know how they go for as cheap as they do, but as long as it works, I'm gonna be really happy. All right, oh, there's another loose screw in here. I think I'm gonna need these screws. No protection over it anymore, but I don't see any like physical damage, but obviously you always gotta be really careful because monitors can look fine until you actually turn them on. The LCDs can break kind of easy on them. Like I said, I think it was a certified refurb, not like a used monitor. These always have pretty nice stands too for how cheap they are. I mean, hey, let's be real though. We would always tell people to go with a monitor stand, especially once you get 2 monitors. Now for single, we don't really recommend it, unless you're Matt. But in this case, actually, it really doesn't take up much because when you look at where, it's the back that adds a lot of room.
Yeah.
But it's sturdy though.
The problem that I have with some of them is that the legs go out like
8 feet.
8 inches from the front of the monitor screen, and it's like it just takes up the mouse room, which is annoying.
You ready to see how it works? All right, plugging in the, oh my God, give it to me. I think it's gonna have speakers on it too, which we don't really need, but it's a nice little added feature. Oh, it beeps.
It beeps.
What the heck? I've never heard a monitor. Oh my God.
Yeah,
164. Well, 164.9.
Buddy, you got scammed.
I got scammed, man. But you can see it. I mean, a little bit of ghosting here and there, but I think in gaming it'll look pretty smooth. The mouse is, let's see, can we lower the DPI? Yeah, I mean, it feels pretty smooth. It definitely seems like I can kind of feel it jumping a little bit, but let me see the lift off too. Ooh, a little bit of lift off. It's not terrible, but yeah, actually it's pretty bad. We'll see how it does in gaming, but hey, $16, it's wireless. So this was my one wireless peripheral, by the way. I could have gone with like a wireless keyboard as well, but I don't normally see the point in those. And we have a very limited budget here, but I'd say like color-wise and everything, we're looking pretty good so far. So my 3D prints, I actually printed 2. I only had to do 1. Matt and I both basically got freestyle, so we could do whatever we wanted. I printed this one in PETG translucent, so it's basically see-through to a certain extent. If you print it really thick, it's not gonna be super see-through like this, but if you do like 1 or 2 layers, like in the last challenge we did, it was really see-through. I even put lights on the inside, but this is like a pencil holder. It's pretty cool. Nice little decor. And then, you know, we play a lot of games like Apex, Call of Duty. I know Jonah has a lot of experience with that. This word right here, guys. And you know what? It's never true. They're never one shot. They usually are full HP. Whenever someone yells that, they just want your help. So I think I'm gonna put that here. Ooh, I like that. That's nice. So yeah, 2 different colored prints. Curious to see what Matt is gonna print out with his, but I would say that these are looking pretty nice. I actually have more stuff printing literally right now. I've been making Jonah some random things like SD card holders, staple holders, other crap like that. So pretty excited with them. I'm gonna talk about the PC though. This right here is a ToastyBros build that Matt and I built this morning on stream. And honestly, it's pretty overkill for what we're doing. This one actually has a 7700X, which is a 8-core 16 thread, and then we have an RTX 4070 Super, and it's a pretty clean, like somewhat stealthy build with some tasteful amounts of RGB as well. They're all 140mm fans inside of a Fantex case, but yeah, super clean, super quiet, and it's gonna power the build really nicely. Well, here's my setup. Jonah helped me do a little bit of interior design with it. We got a cool background to match. We turned off the RGB on the mouse, and I'd say this is looking pretty clean, but I'm curious to see what Matt thinks about it and if he thinks his is going to be better.
So you built the setup, I heard.
Yes. I built the setup. I think it turned out pretty nice.
I'm ready. I'm freaking ready. Oh, we got the wallpaper and everything?
Oh yeah, this is Jonah picked this out.
Oh, sheesh. Nice. Okay. Wed Wagon? We went Wed Wagon. Is this wireless?
Dude, you know what's, yeah, so that was my goal of my challenge. You know, I did one wireless. Dude, that thing was $16.
$16? That's crazy. It doesn't feel that bad either. Lift off?
The lift off's kind of bad.
Oh, there it is. Okay, there's the lift off. That's a little bit of a problem there. But we got an LG monitor. Let me guess. This is probably something like 1080p high refresh rate, isn't it?
Oh, you guessed exactly right.
So we got 1080p, and you only had to get what, 60 hertz? Was that your thing?
165.
But let's just go ahead and add an extra 100 there, just for the sake of it. Honestly, you'll see when we get to mine, I was in a similar debacle where, you know, I was like, it was really close, but I ended up having to opt for something different. Oh, there's your picture here. Keyboard, what do we have here?
Oh, it's Meiji. This is just like the PCBros special. You know, we buy and sell these all the time.
Meiji budget keyboard. I feel like I've seen this mouse pad a decent amount of times.
The Japanese wave.
And these are your 3D prints. So you went with 2 3D prints.
Yeah, you know, I printed off one kind of showing people how it works, and I was like, it's kind of too nice not to show off. And then that, I told Joni, you know, it's the classic thing you yell when they're not one shot.
He's one shot. He's one shot.
Try on the headphones. These are new.
Yeah.
We definitely haven't had these before.
The L'Oreal Paris headphones.
The L'Oreal. Oh, no.
This thing's loud.
They kind of noise cancel too, don't they?
Not bad. The L'Oreal Paris. Hey, not bad. How much are these?
I think those were like 16. So I was in the dilemma where I told Jonah, I picked up my monitor first, and I wanted nicer peripherals, but I think it's more important to have a better monitor start and upgrade your peripherals later. That's my opinion on it, because I think that you play better on a high refresh rate screen.
I can see that. That makes sense. Okay, so let's actually game on it. Let's see what the peripherals are like, and then from there, we'll be able to know if this setup works out, and then we'll see my glorious setup that Jonah made me get a damn monitor arm for. Come on, Jonah.
All right, guys, we are queuing up into the Warzone. Not that the settings really matter much, but just show you that this PCBros PC is pretty crazy. We're 165 hertz in the monitor, ultra preset, DLSS it to quality. We have high FOV. I couldn't speak it for a second. These headphones, by the way, are like insane. I have the volume. Let's see what it's at. I think we're at 20%. I turned the music down too. The bass is insane, and the volume is just wild.
Yeah, you were saying first impressions of the warm-up lobby. What's that mouse feeling like?
The mouse has really bad liftoff. I mean, other than that, it's not that bad, but like the liftoff is not good. Okay, that's that.
We hit those.
But yeah, you know, if you can get past the liftoff, which I know some people don't care about. Some people just like don't lift their mouse up. That is not me. I'm very much a mouse lifter.
That keyboard sounds so crunchy.
Dude, it's, yeah. Yeah, we've been kind of spoiled recently with like really nice keyboards. You know, like we used to, I think for the price of like $20 to 25 bucks, these are still really nice, but comparatively, yeah, they're definitely not great.
The monitor looks pretty good though. LG.
It's nice, yeah. I mean, LG is just, so I paid like 110 bucks for this. It's a refurb, but they did a really good job, clearly. I mean, I don't see any issue. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. No, it's pretty smooth, not like much ghosting or anything. Luckily, this PC is able to keep up too. We're getting at like 220 FPS with pretty high settings too, might I add. So, yeah, this mouse is horrible, dude. You're gonna hate this thing. I definitely well, you know, I wouldn't know until I tried it. It was a really good price for wireless, but I see why. It seems like they put no money or effort into the sensor part of it. Even when you don't lift off, actually, it's just not super precise. But yeah, the headphones, I'm kind of endorsing these bad boys. And they do have, supposedly they have a mic built in. I think it's just like built into like the actual, like the ear cuff basically, so it probably sounds horrible, but it's cool that it has the option just in case you just have to use it. Someone's looking at me with the sniper. Oh, I forgot it's duos.
It's duos.
I'm always gonna forget it's duos. Anyways, yeah, it ran really good on the PC. Main complaint would definitely be the mouse, but everything else was honestly really nice.
Now it's time to see my beautiful setup. And I still never forgive Jonah for making me get a monitor arm. All right, guys, it's time for my setup. Again, I have the same budget as Jackson, but I had to do 1080p 75 hertz, and I had to use a dang monitor arm because of the guy behind the camera right before filming added it to the wheel. So I got a monitor arm, and yeah, what was this from? Elg? Shout out Elg.
Shout out.
Shout out to Elg. This one was only, let's see, where is it? The Elg full motion monitor arm was $24. But when you see my shopping struggles, it really held me back because I really did not want to give up solid peripherals. I didn't want to go really cheap with the peripherals. So I guess, should I build my peripherals first and then the monitor last kind of thing?
Yeah,
right.
let's do mouse pad first.
All right, so mouse pad first. This right here, we ended up paying for the Ovenbird mouse pad. Don't put birds in the oven, guys, unless it's Thanksgiving, guys. The Ovenbird mouse pad, we paid a grand total of $9.49. I need a knife. Again, I think we've used this one in black and white like 20,000 times on the channel. But you know what? It's $9 and it matches a color scheme I'm going for. So here we go. This is pretty nice. It's bigger than I expected. Sometimes these ones are much more narrow, but pretty decent size for under $10. I'm not gonna complain about it. Now I did go with the Forsaken Razer mouse because when I saw this essentially with the Razer Essential Death Adder mouse, this one was only $21. It is wired, not wireless, but $21 is not bad for a name brand mouse, albeit, again, it is one of the lower end mice that Razer sells. And again, we're talking about a budget of $190. Who's gonna complain? I think this is the exact same one we were talking about, that one we got from AliExpress. I think it's the exact same one,
Yeah.
but in white. And I think on AliExpress you can get it for $15, so it's a little bit cheaper, but 20 bucks, not too bad. You'll thank yourself later. Don't install that Razer software. Keyboard, I decided to go decent here. We have the iRock FE87. There are better keyboards, but for a $190 setup, this is gonna be a pretty nice keyboard. This one we paid 42 bucks for with red switches. iRock kinda is, well, I'll say there are better ones out there around the $50 to $60 price point, but at $40, it really doesn't get much better than the iRock keyboard. Let's see. That's not bad.
We just,
Here we go. It's not horrible for $42, I will say. Not too bad.
The stabilizers on the spacebar and the other bigger keys are really nice.
Yep, so that's pretty good. Good build quality overall. And I think it's probably RGB, but we'll go ahead and hook it up and find out. But yeah, nice little 10 keyless keyboard, looks pretty clean. And I will say the white colors are kind of going together. I will say the mouse pad is much more true white than the peripherals. The peripherals are kind of an off-white, but I think that kind of works. I just don't eat around this setup. It's gonna be an absolute mess. You're gonna have stains everywhere. But you know what? All white setup, let's go. All right, so we got this. Are we set to white or are we set to RGB? Set to RGB. I'll see if I can figure out how to change that. I would like it to be white. That'd be pretty sick. Now, one thing that in hindsight, I guess it kind of matches okay because it's kind of a black and white mouse pad. My desk accessory is black. This is a little pencil holder. I showed you guys me 3D printing it using the Bamboo Labs printer. It's very straightforward, very basic. I could keep my box cutter in there. I could also wrap up my in-ear monitors and stick them in there when I'm not using them. I went in-ear monitors this go around because I always think about how we do these setups, and Jackson uses gaming headsets, actual gaming headsets. I don't at home or here. I use in-ear monitors. I don't use gaming headsets, so I figured I should do something that I would actually use at home. So I bought these CCA in-ear monitors for $19.99, and we'll see what these sound like. But I've been pretty happy with in-ear monitors, and honestly, I just like the way they look. They look really sick. Like, look at these ones. Like, they got a little chrome action going on here.
Exposed.
And then we'll go ahead and get out the cable here too. We'll go ahead and undo all this. Hopefully my cord is long enough too. That's the one downside I've noticed with in-ear monitors is the cord is not super long. It's a little short, but we're building headphones, Jonah. It's crazy. I think I put those on right. Those are the wrong ones. We're unbuilding headphones, Jonah. And then they go like so. These are just much more comfortable in my opinion for long gaming sessions, but some people don't really like having headphones in their ears long period. Sometimes that can be uncomfortable. For me, I don't really like headphones, and also I'm avoiding the inevitable headphone dent. McAllister showed an example here that you see all over social media. But yeah, it comes with some extra ear tips as well, and I think for 20 bucks, not too bad to get into in-ear monitors, and maybe you'll get obsessed with them like I have and buy expensive ones. I've not bought expensive ones yet, but maybe I will. Now, gotta do the monitor. Do all this stuff off to the side.
What about the arm first so you can put the monitor
Yeah,
on
we'll do the arm first. So we'll go ahead and put these, and I can bundle these up a little bit. Well, you can have a much cleaner solution, but you can bundle them up and kind of just, you know, do one of these. Get out of the way.
Perfect.
That's beautiful. It looks great. And this one is a single monitor arm. It's nothing special. Should just be almost one piece. So here's the VESA mount. Here is the arm and the clamp, which yay clamp. It would have been very funny if I didn't have a clamp version that need to screw into this table, because we're not screwing into this table. Now can I just figure it, I was gonna say there is instructions, but I'm just gonna put it all together. I think it's gonna be pretty obvious how this works. All right, after a slightly tedious install, it wasn't too bad actually, we have our monitor arm ready to go. It would probably slide like this. I will say, it is baby's first monitor arm for a reason. It is like very tiny, and does it really? I mean, I guess it saves desk space. We'll go ahead and I guess I'll go ahead and clamp this real quick. That is the one thing I had to compromise on to get this monitor arm to work properly, was I went with a 1080p 75 hertz, which I needed a 75 hertz monitor. Jackson was just going crazy with his 165 hertz, even though he needed 60 hertz. But I only spent a grand total of $59 on my monitor. So, but it's a 22-inch 1080p 75 hertz monitor, which 22 inches is small, but hey, it's gonna match our baby monitor arm so nicely. Look at this stand, by the way.
Oh my God. Oh, that's bad.
That is
so bad.
Aaron, are we missing a screw? Oh, it's on the ground, I found it. That's all the depth we have.
Do you want to use would washers work?
It might help, but
I don't think it's enough.
I don't think it's enough. This has been a journey, but we're here, and the monitor arm doesn't look great, I'll be honest with you, because, well, it's hanging out the front for some reason, well, at the bottom. Don't know why it's doing that.
It's probably designed for like 24-inch monitors.
Okay, we're gonna lower this bad boy. Jonah, be my eyes.
A little more.
Too much?
That's good, I'd say.
She's a little wobbly,
She's a little.
but that's fine. All right, let's get the power plugged in. Let's get this monitor plugged up. And then we'll finally have my setup, I swear. The white color scheme's fine. We weren't able to change that to white LED on the keyboard. It would need software, so just imagine what that would look like. But hey, it's coming together. It looks pretty decent. I got a game on it though, and see what I actually think of it. And also show it to Jackson, see what he thinks, because a damn monitor arm. A goddamn monitor arm. Guys, I swear we didn't coordinate this, that I'm wearing a Venom shirt and he has Spider-Man on his back. I swear we didn't coordinate this, I swear. It's time to see my setup. I don't like the monitor arm anymore.
Is it like because it's bad or because it ruined the...
So, well, one, the price. I feel like I got a better monitor without a monitor arm, obviously. But just with this little baby monitor.
See, I remember Jonah and I were having the same conversation. I said, I will never do monitor arm for a single monitor unless you have like a mini PC or something.
Yeah, and look, you see how it's hanging out the back of my 22-inch monitor right there?
What the heck?
Yeah.
So, because it's designed for like bigger VESA?
Yeah, and also, you can see our screw situation. They did not give us the right length screws. It came with 2 screw options.
Okay.
So
you added a lot of washers.
So yeah, we're washering it up. Yeah, this is my 3D print also for my LTT screwdriver.
I like that you're actually using it.
And I was telling Jonah, the cool thing is I'm using in-ear monitors this time because, well, you know, I don't actually wear headphones, so I figured let's do in-ear monitors.
You thought you finally needed a new pair for out there.
Yeah, a new update, but these are $20. And then we got the iRock keyboard, the Razer mouse.
Definitely a nicer keyboard than what I got.
Yeah, that's what I was saying is once I saw your setup, you were talking about how you went for the high-end monitor and then the peripherals could be upgraded over time. I kind of went for the decent peripherals with the monitor being and honestly, his way is probably the better way, but this is how I went with it considering the monitor arm.
Is this 75?
Yep, 75 hertz. That was my requirement. I was unable to go above and beyond like you were.
Is this 24 or is it 22?
It's
Okay,
a
I was like, this feels
22-inch
small.
monitor from Pixio. It's $59.
Wow, that is really cheap. Is it new?
Refurb. It's one of the Pixio refurbs.
Man, we both got like brand new looking refurb monitors.
Refurb monitors on eBay are kind of crazy.
I do like though that this, I'm realizing, matches, like look at the inside with like the perforation. It matches
ToastyBros
really well.
PC. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Buy one today.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, it's time for me to test my setup. Jonah was saying, dude, feel this mouse pad has like a grip to it.
It is. The mouse feels like it's being slowed down by friction.
So we'll see if that hinders me in Fortnite. Let's get into it, see what these headphones sound like, see what everything looks like, and test this setup to its full capabilities. All right, guys, we are playing Fortnite on this I call tiny setup. It needs a mini ITX build to make it feel normal. Yeah, we're running, just for you curiosity at home, that's ToastyBros PC, 1080p, limited frame rates, and far reduces low textures. And I'm feeling the 75 hertz. 75 hertz is, it's okay, but it's definitely not great.
Hey, it's better than 60.
It's definitely better than 60. So we'll land here and see if we can get a couple kills. But on first impression, I will say the mouse doesn't glide like great because of this mouse pad. I think that's kind of the problem is the mouse pad, but it's not bad. Death Adder, it feels like a Death Adder. It's, you know, basic mouse, not super lightweight, but does the job. And we'll see how this keyboard holds up. Keyboard's still good for $40. I like it.
I feel like one of the mouse pad's issues is that it's too soft. I feel like your hand like sinks into it.
Yeah, keyboard's good. I always like having a 10 kilos keyboard on a gaming setup like this. Monitor, I will say, I don't know. I would say, I think for $59, you can't complain. That's really cheap for a monitor. I would definitely have invested in a higher end monitor without the monitor arm at this budget if I didn't have the constraints, but unfortunately I did. Calcer, I want you to put a counter on screen the amount of times I complained about the monitor. Oh, don't use that.
Shoot to kill, playa.
There's so much happening around me. That's toxic. I didn't even mean to do that.
You said, hold on,
Let me do this real quick. Hold up. Hold on. let me pop off real quick. Yeah, guys. I mean, I think my setup's all right. If I were to do it over again, I would have probably gotten slightly lesser peripherals. But to be fair, I only spent $40 on the keyboard, $20 on the mouse. The mouse could have been a little bit cheaper, but not that much cheaper. Keyboard, I probably get saved like $10 or so. I don't know if I would have gone down to $20 just to get a higher refresh rate monitor because my keyboard might not be great. But I could have done it. But $190, tough budget. And overall, I think it turned out pretty good. And just like the last time, the 3D prints from the Bamboo Labs printer that we used turned out absolutely beautiful. And you can 3D print a lot of different things for your home, work, whatever. Get a 3D printer from Bamboo Labs today using the link down below. And I'm gonna find this guy. There's someone shooting.
Alright guys, this is another successful budget setup challenge in the books, and I would say that we both did pretty good. You know, we had some pretty hard restraints to meet, especially that monitor arm that Jonah just forced us to throw in, but I think we both did really good for 190 bucks.
190 bucks, having the same budget. Was cool to see two different ways to do the same budget, except I had to have a monitor arm. I'm gonna keep saying that many times. But hey, all in all, the setups look really cool, but we wanna hear from you guys. Which setup do you like the best? And big shout out again to Bamboo Labs for sponsoring today's video. Once again, awesome 3D printers to upgrade your gaming setups, your PCs, whatever. And they have 3D printers at a wide range of different price ranges, so definitely check the link down below to take a look at the X1 Carbon that we had in today's video, and also the other ones we did in the other budget gaming setup challenge.
And as always, we hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, check out our other two YouTube channels and also our twitch.tv/ToastyBros. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
And we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
Both of these setups right here will be for sale at PCBros.tech, and we'll even include the 3D prints.
And I promise, if this monitor is on this monitor arm, we'll make sure we have a more sturdy mounting option for you at PCBros.tech. You can come in person, Louisville, Kentucky, walk into that store right through this wall and buy a gaming PC or a gaming setup. Use code ToastyBros on checkout to save 3%. Say hi to Jake, rizz him up for us. See you guys later, goodbye.